Good greetings, Rusty Dog here. Welcome back to CMS2018 Car Mechanic Simulator, and as you can see, we have a very what's the word? Environment friendly kit here, as we see a kit in green. It's gone all environment friendly now. I've managed to put some wheels on and tires. Well, tires. I put some tires on to try and make the car look better than what it did. I think the tires were too big before. There was no room in the top of the wheel arch here, which is not true to life. These are both, I know it doesn't look it, but trust me, these are the same size tires on the same size rims. The back one just looks bigger and fatter, and I don't know what that is. It may be because I'm looking at it at a different angle. Anyway, yes, KITT. So, KITT, the Knight Industries 2000. If you are a Knight Rider fan, you will appreciate this car. It is a really nice looking car. I've always loved the shape. Once I started watching Knight Rider, you kind of fall in love with the car. It's the star of the show. It is a 1982 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. That's what it is. And yeah, I don't know what year this one is. I'm assuming it's an 82 because it's KITT. It doesn't actually say, but if it is true to form, then it will be a 1982 Trans Am. Now, this is probably one of the better looking Firebirds. The one after this one was, I think the body was slightly changed compared to this one, and I still prefer this one. Then the more modern shape came out of the Firebird, and it was what can I say? It was horrible. It just looked all wrong. The Firebird that came after this was really bad. I mean, it looked like the wheels were so small. Let me see if I can grab a picture of this. See if I can show you. So Pontiac Firebird. It was a god awful looking car. It really was. Let me just waste a couple of minutes here. 1 second. All right. So I'll see if I can dig it out. Right. So you have KITT here, which is, it's a beautiful looking car. The shape is nice. Then you have the Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am, which is a 1977 Firebird. Obviously, the KITT version was born from this one. It was, the next one up. And again, this is a slick looking car. Obviously, we're more, we're more familiar with it because of the TV series and because of the movies and stuff like that. But then you have this one, which came after KITT, which is the generation after KITT. It's still got the KITT shape to it. It's still the Knight Rider shape, but I think this is a later model, like an 89. I'm only going to guess with this. Oh. I swear I didn't see that, guys. 1989. I swear I didn't see it. I just know a little bit about this from when Knight Rider was on. You can see the bonnet got changed. There's a couple of slight body modifications to it. What the hell? Right, so the ugly one. Oh, look at this in red. That is a nice car, isn't it? This one. What the hell happened here? What happened? How did it get from that, which is beautiful? I love the front. I love the way that the fenders kind of, like there's a big dip there and it goes to the bonnet, and oh, I love this. I love this. Then they did this and it just looks really slick and nice. And then somebody took some drugs or something and came up with this. And I'm sorry if you've owned one, but it's horrible. Look, there's nothing nice about this car. No, sorry. The wheels are too far into the body. The front wheels, they need to stick out more, come at least out more. What was going on with the bonnet? I don't like it. I am not a fan of this at all. I can't. Yeah, what on earth were they even thinking of here? This every day of the week. Every day of the week. This every other day of the week. This? Go to hell, man. Come on. And this one I don't like. It's I don't know what they were trying to do here. It's like, oh, let's make it look a little bit like KITT at the front, but let's make it a bit more modern and futuristic. Again, and I've said this before, the wheels look too small for the wheel arches. Why do we get this a lot with US cars? Like, there's a lot more to be filled out here. Put bigger wheels on. Get the wheels so that they are coming further out from the body. This looks fine. You see how the tire is so close to the arch here? And I'm not talking vertical distance. I'm talking how far out the wheel is. It's not protruding out of the body, but it's close to it. Where you'll find on this one, you can see how it looks like it's sticking in, and look how much gap there is all the way around. Either design the wheel arch around the tire or put bigger wheels on. I don't know. I'm just venting my personal tastes, I suppose. That doesn't look too bad actually with those rims. You see, because look, the wheel arch is more filled out. Right, because he's got bigger wheels on. The wheels have been. He's probably got spacers on the wheels, or he's got wider rims or something. And it looks like it's not. The wheels are not inside the bodywork as much now. They're more close to the thing, and it looks better. I still can't forgive them for this bonnet intake thing. I don't like that. I don't know. It's going to take me some getting used to that. But the wheels are now filling out those wheel arches more, and it looks better. You see my point? Look. Rubbish. Let's get back to the actual Pontiac Firebird at hand. But yeah, just thought I'd mention all that. It just, I don't know. Yeah, right. So, this is KITT. There's not a lot to do on this except strip down the engine and do all the... Yeah, everything that we've done, basically. The interior apparently is 100% fine, so we don't need to bother with that. So that's okay. So it just needs the body fixing, which is strange because it's KITT. It's indestructible, almost. And, yeah, we're going to have to do all the running gear and all the engine. Now, if I did all the paintwork and the bodywork now, you'd probably think, well, that's how it's going to look. So, I don't need to watch anymore. So I'm not going to do that. Let's get it on the old lifter. And let's get KITT up in the air. Voiced by William Daniels, KITT. One of my favourite scenes, I think, in the series was there was one where this woman, Michael had to pick up this woman, and she escaped from him, got on a plane to Las Vegas, and then the next shot was Michael. He had to go after her, but Las Vegas, she got on a private jet, and Michael got into KITT and took off. And then you saw a camera shot of the back of the car, so that the camera was keeping up with KITT, but KITT was slightly edging away on a dusty road. And then Michael said, "KITT, plot me a route to Las Vegas off major highways." KITT said, "Right away, Michael." And then they start playing Down Under from Men at Work, and then you see KITT going along the dirt roads in wherever it is, on a dirt road, hitting like 200 miles an hour. The front of the where the headlights are, there's two flaps, but the movie people hadn't put them down properly, so it was flapping everywhere. But you saw some nice camera shots of the car with the theme from with the theme, with the music from Down Under from Men at Work playing in the background, and then Michael ended up arriving at Las Vegas airport just as the plane landed. She gets off the plane, and Michael sat on the bonnet saying, "Need a lift?" Yeah, I love that scene. Right, let's get the old wheels off. Yeah, I was a Knight Rider fan. I mean, at the age I was, who wouldn't be? It was a beautiful car, and you see people with the replicas now, don't you? A lot of people have got the replicas of the car, which that's expensive, guys. I mean, buying the shell of the car is one thing, getting a decent one, but then when you buy the Knight Rider parts, the interior, it's quite pricey. I know a guy who did one online. I know a guy from online who did one. That'd be better phrased that way. And he ended up, including the car, I think the whole thing cost him like $150,000. But he did a lot of the work himself. Oh, what is going on with this rubbish? It keeps getting on. Every time I select the rim, it kept selecting the drive axle. Anyway, that's off now. Alright. So I think what I'm going to do is perhaps do the running gear first. So let's get the shaft off. Don't worry, I'm not going to do it all. We will time lapse it. Okay, all that does is just allows me to remove the gearbox, which I can actually do. Well, get the starter off first. And there should be another one. There we go. Okay, I should be able to take off the engine now. Yeah, so we're going to get the running gear off and then get all that replaced, and then I'll have nothing. I should have nothing in my inventory afterwards apart from the gearbox and the prop shaft or the drive shaft. That should be the only thing that's in my inventory afterwards. And then it's just a case of getting the engine out, and in fact we could pull that now because it should be pullable. So if we move it to here, let's just get it out of the car so it's out of the way. And while I do that, I want to remove things like battery, the ABS, because this isn't actually part of the engine itself. So I think what I'll do with the ABS is I'll get this sorted out now, and the brake servo. All these auxiliary bits that go in the engine, I'll get it sorted out right now. Yeah, there's 4 clips on this on either side. I'm guessing that's not going to come out with the engine. I don't think so. Let's see. Let's pull it anyway and see what happens. So we'll pull out, and we will place it here. Whoops, that engine. Yeah, it doesn't. So anything that's left in the engine, I want to remove. So we're going to take these clips off. It's always clip A for the air filters and clip B for distributor. So this should be another 3 parts. So the top cover, the filter, and the base. Now, I think when I downloaded this car from the workshop, people were saying that it was too fast or something. Now we know KITT can go 300 and whatever miles an hour, but it doesn't get there, you know, like a crazy car. So I don't know what the mod makers have done. I know that the car has got a V8 double overhead cam supercharged, which I'm pretty sure that's not what the factory car has. Certainly wouldn't have been a supercharged car. But this is the only engine we can use. But I don't know what kind of performance they've got on this car. I'm going to have a look at the workshop entry again. And if people are complaining that it's too fast on the drag strip, or it's too difficult to control, it might have been on this car where those complaints were being made. I think so. I'm not sure. But if it isn't, then we're fine. And I can maybe add some performance parts to get a bit more out of KITT. But if that is the case, what's going on with this scanner light here? If that is the case, then we're going to have to just rebuild the engine, not put any performance parts in, and then just make do with or try and cope with the performance that it has. Really, I don't know how much that's going to be. This looks like a fairly complete engine. It's just that is it complete? It is. It is a complete engine. It just needs completely stripping everything. Now the fact that it's a complete engine is good, because it means I can strip off all the parts, repair what I can, and anything that I replace, I know that I don't have to go shopping again. Unless, of course, I'm going to put a performance part in. So I will I'm going to do a double time lapse on this one, guys. I'm going to do a time lapse by taking off the running gear. Then I'm going to pause the video while I go shopping and replace all the crappy parts with new parts, along with refurbishing what I can. And then there'll be a second time lapse straight after of me putting all the running gear back together again. Okay? So the next time we come back into normal time, you'll see the car just like this, but it'll have all the running gear back on, brand new or refurbished. Alright, so let's do that.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell.
Righty-ho, it's done. All the bits are on the car now. Everything that's, well, apart from the battery, let's do that. Let's take the battery off. It's probably charged now on my super duper charger. So we'll go and plonk that in. Part mount. It is 100%. Right, so everything that is not wheels and an engine is in the car and done, 100%. The only performance parts I've fitted so far is the exhaust. And I bought two exhaust, these. manifolds. I bought those 2 performance already, so we can actually get rid of these right now and sell them, because they're not going to get used unless, actually, I'm not going to sell them quite yet. I'm going to see if I can fix them, and then I'll store them away for the next V8 that comes along. Looks like they got repaired. They did indeed, so let's get them stored. Okay, so we want to go with that and that. Right, so all I've got is the drive shaft, the exhaust manifolds which I bought performance, the front exhaust pipes which I haven't put on yet. I have no idea why I've got 3 of those. Oh, I think I know why. It's because I bought 2 and then I thought I bought 1, so I bought another one. So we'll store that. Gearbox and starter. Perfect. So all I need to do now is strip the engine down, fix what I can fix, and do a rebuild. So I'm going to strip it down. Time lapse or... yeah, let's time lapse it. Okay, I'm going to strip this down on a time lapse, repair, and then get it built. See you in a second. Okay, engine is stripped down to its component parts. Let's get to the bench and let's go repairing. Da-da-da-dee. Do what we can. Woohoo! Right, how much of the engine did we get done? Let's go into condition and see how many parts we couldn't repair. Oh, quite a few, quite a few. Okay, so what have we got? So we've got 6 on a line. Okay, so let's forget the incomplete lines. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Bearing in mind we've got 8 spark plugs, 8 pistons and 8 piston rings that we have to replace anyways. That's 24 slots. So 6, 12, 18. Oh, it's easier the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. So 6 8s are 48, plus another 5, so that'll be 53, 54. So 55 parts need replacing, minus the 24 bits that we know we'd have to replace anyway. So yeah, it's 31, right? So 31 parts we have to buy, plus the piston bits and the sparkers. Yeah, not bad. Performance wise then, probably going to go with spark plugs and coils, and don't know. I was going to go engine heads, but firstly we've repaired those, and secondly, if I didn't repair them, then I had a spare set of these already in my warehouse, so I wouldn't have replaced them with performance ones. So I think on this we'll go alternator, spark plug, coils, camshafts and pistons, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know whether to go with camshafts and pistons. The car's going to be quick enough anyway. It doesn't have to perform like Knight Rider. And I'm not going to get that much of a return off this car anyway. Let's just stick to spark plugs and ignition coils. These two. These two performance, that's it. Nothing else. Yes, that's what we're going to be doing. So I am now going to buy all the parts, and then I will do a time lapse of the engine rebuild. Alrighty, because I don't have to keep revisiting the shop. It's a complete engine, so I can time lapse it. So let's do that and get the engine built. Righty, we have got a built-up engine, all ready to go into the car. Ain't it nice? So performance engine manifolds, spark plugs and ignition coils, that's it, and a performance exhaust all the way through the car. Right, that's it. It's not going to develop much more extra horsepower, I'm pretty sure. 2%, 5%, if that. But let's get it off the car. Never mind. Let's get it installed. And I don't need you anymore, hopefully, if I've done my work right. So, everything's in the car. Do I just have wheels? Oh, okay, I need to put the covers on. Oh, I didn't put the spark plugs in! Ooh! Why did you let me get away with that? It's no problem, I can do it here. Bear with me, guys. Yep, forgot to put the spark plugs in. I bought them, just didn't put them in. Give me a sec. It's because, the reason why is I didn't do the engine the same way as I normally do. Get all the top end done and then do the front. I ended up doing the front with all the serpentine belts and the timing. And that led me to forgetting about finishing the top. Yeah, well, it happens. No biggie, no biggie. We wouldn't be going very far, that's for sure. So let's get the plugs in. It's so much better now with the camera not zooming in and out on every part I put in. I can actually keep it right here and just place everything in without moving the camera. The only time the camera moves in forward is if I want it to, or if I click on a part instead of click holding, and then it zooms in when I didn't really intend it to do that. Okay, so we need to just get the car up in the air, get underneath. Look at those pipes. Come on, KITT. You've got to do your missions. We're into part mount mode, and we want to get to the front exhaust pipes. Actually, see that was a click I didn't mean to do. These are 1.5% each performance, so that's 3% just from the front part of the exhaust pipe. So we might get about maybe about a 10% increase. All in all, maybe more, 10 to 15 maybe. I really don't know. I think that'll be enough though. It's basically just performance exhaust, spark plugs and ignition coils. That's it, really. Oh, I can just reach those with my hyper long spanner. Can I? I can. That's it. So I should just have the wheels now. Yes. Good. We're finally on track. So let's get the wheels on. Make sure we get the right ones on. Actually, I think they're not all the same, are they? Oh, yes, they are. 215/55. Yeah, the correct size on the car, I believe, is 215/65/15. I think that is the correct size for the Knight Rider car. But I've gone smaller on the tire wall because I just felt it looked a bit too much. And I know I talked earlier about, you know, filling out those wheel arches so it looks better. But it looked like it just wasn't right. But now, at least, it looks okay. I did try other tire sizes earlier off camera. I tried with the tire wall at 50 and 45, and if I'm honest, they looked a little bit too small. 60 looked a little bit too much, so I settled on the 55, and I think that's worked, you know, as best as it possibly can work. So, the status now, global parts and interior. So it's just the frame and the body condition now. So parts is fine and interior is fine. So now it's just bodywork and frame. So that's not a problem. We can sort the frame out straight away. In fact, let's move the car, if we can, to my other lifter, which is over here, just because it's easier. Oh, I moved it to the wrong place, like an idiot. So car lifter, this is where we want to be. Alright, we'll get it up on this. I don't even think I need to even lift it up. I think it just needs to be on a lifter for the welder to work. I can't weld near the door for some reason. But there you go. Right, so this will repair the body frame but not the body parts. In the normal world. So now I'm going to have to strip KITT down here and take everything off. So I'd rather do that with the car moved over here. Right, so everything out. Windows, T-top, doors. Take the door off, it's easier because it's just quicker to do it that way than strip the window and the mirror off and everything. Front end. Whoa, man, that took the whole dashboard out. So anything that has a part lit up on it, we have to take off. I'm going to be a lot left of this when we're done. The blacked out tail light, rear license plate, rear bumper. Is there anything else? So let's have a look at the car status. Global body parts 1%. I think that's kind of... Oh, the seats. Okay, right. We'll take those out. So that's interior disassemble. Steering wheel comes with the front section, I think. Yeah. Sorry, KITT. Just pretend you're back at Knight Industries and you're getting built. Just pretend. Okay, back to the car status then. That's it. So what this means is that everything that's on the car is 100%. And the grey stuff is everything that's not on the car, because we've got it in our inventory. So that means we've taken everything off that needs work. So over to the repair bench then. Let's see how much of this we can repair. You can see it does actually call it KITT there. It doesn't have a dot after the last T, so it's K.I.T.T. So that's what I have to do when I do part search for new bits. So how much do I need apart from the number plate? Because obviously the number plate, but that's going to get changed. Actually, it's not too much. It's not too much. I need the seats. Let's get rid of these number plates because we know they're not going back on. So I need the trunk window, the front window, the side window, but not the front end. Okay. So left window and right window and front window and I guess rear window. So basically all the windows. Yeah, everything else got repaired. That's kind of cool. So why does this say rear right door window when it clearly isn't? Okay. So I'm going to sell these as well, just so that I know that everything I need to change is something window. It's window related. So get all the windows and a left mirror. Okay, let's do that. Get all the windows and a left mirror. So let's go shopping. And we'll just type in K.I.T.T window and pray. Okay, so left door window. Right, we need all of these, so that's nice and easy to do. That trunk window is expensive. That's kind of real world. I think the real world price for one of these is like 1800. What is it left? Oh, okay, now KITT mirror, and we need a left mirror. Okay, and then finally, I didn't see where the front license plate came off, but we've got to get it true to form, so it has to be a California plate. That's not the same writing as we normally used to, and we need 2 of those. Because California, the plate should be blue, not white. I don't know whether we've got the old American plates or whether we can get them in the workshop, but it'll have to be what it is. Alright, I guess we'll start assembling. The seats I'm going to get separately at the end once the rest of the car is put together. Oh, it looks like we got the front end in from the back. That's quite clever. Right, back into assembly mode. I was actually going for the I don't know what I was going for, if I'm honest. So we'll get all this in here new. Yes, it's just going to be nice to see it in black rather than, and I hope the black looks right in the end, because KITT is kind of a very, very shiny black, and I'm not, as I said, I don't think the paint is metallic, but we're going to have to go for a metallic, which is going to make the car look not so black because of the flakes. But if I go for any other option like a pearl, it's not going to look right, because KITT's paint isn't pearlescent, it's just standard gloss black. Single pass, I believe, paint. Right, okay, let's trying to get around the car without, there we go, did it. Without coming out of assembly mode, I was going to say. So the rear plate, we know we can get that on. Can't get back. Oh, okay, we're still in assemble mode. Fair enough. Yeah. See, that's supposed to be blue on the back. That I do know. And those fog lights are certainly not meant to be that shade. They're meant to be a lot darker. Right, have I got anything left in my inventorio? So seat 10 leather C. Let's go shopping for those and then we're done. So it's seat 10 leather. And we want 2 of these, please. Kind of the closest we're going to get to KITT seats. And interior disassemble and then interior assemble. Let's get that in. That in. No, don't do that. And then into my inventory. And we want to sell these. Got any barns to add? Nope. Right. We have a complete kit. Do we not? Global body parts 95. Alright, let's take a look. What's wrong? Front left fender. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. It needs repairing. What the hell? Did I not? Okay. It needs to go bye-byes. So we do need to buy it. Fair enough. Well, let's see if there's anything else that needs to go on the car after this. Or whether it was just that. No, it was just that. So we've got the 4 100s lit up. So the car value, KITT is worth $152,000. That's cheap at anyone's money. Plus I get a $30,000 restoration bonus. So that's 182,000. Nearly 183, right? Yeah, 182.9, 183,000. That's what it probably cost you to make a KITT replica. So let's move the car into... okay, I need to back right off so it goes back into normal mode. And then I can select the car. Thank you. Move to paint. I've got a feeling I'm going to be spraying this more than once. I don't know why. Just have that nasty feeling it's not going to work out the way I want it to. So it's going to be 0, 0, 0. We don't need to zero the other two really, the top two, just the bottom one. But it doesn't look right metallic, and I know it's because it's brighter out here, so I'm just going to have to go with it and paint it like it is and see what happens when we get it outside. I should have moved it to the dyno really, but yeah. Okay, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, it hasn't got KITT's shine. It's not as glossy as KITT. But again, they don't give me a gloss option on this car. So what am I supposed to do? You know, I could have tried the pearl, but I don't know what that would have ended up looking like. But yeah, we know that KITT doesn't normally come with a front license plate. But if I take that off, see now the global body condition is that, and if I sell the car, it's only 163. I'm losing $20,000 by not having a front number plate on. So there you go. But yes, California not required to have the front number plate on this car. At least it didn't have it in the TV series. Alright, so let's just quickly move it to the dyno. Oh yeah, okay, forgot the oil. Don't I always? Of course I do. That's what keeps it all exciting. Right. Now, will you go to the dyno, please? Thank you. Now you have to sound like a turbine, because that's what KITT sounds like. But it's not, it's going to sound like a muscle car. So I don't expect too many gains. As I said, maximum 20, if that, I would have thought. A little bit of turbine. There you go, 20%. 709 horsepower as opposed to 584 and 876 newton meters as opposed to 724. Yeah, seems about right. Right, let's get behind the wheel. What's all this? Looks like Darth Vader's bathroom. It is a one-of-a-kind car, Mr. Long. So, quoting from the movie there. Right, so drive the car to the speed track, please. Do 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 do. Down the down, down the down, down the down. Okay. Boop boop. KITT, plot me a route to Las Vegas, avoiding all major highways. Right. What does it look like? Yeah, it's okay. I mean, the metallic paint isn't correct, but with this game and its limitations, I have to be happy with what we have. Alright then. California night. Ooh, she's a little bit uncontrollable. 2.6 seconds. Oh, she's topped out already. No, she didn't. What the hell happened between 4th and 5th gear? Bloody hell. KITT, what are you doing? 300. Stop, 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 stop. Don't hit the wall. Bloody hell. What happened? At 325, it kind of topped out a little bit, and then it just went crazy. It went even higher. I thought I'm going to have to put a performance gearbox in it. Let's do that again. 0 to 60 in 2.6. I don't think whether you can even go quicker than that. You know, because I've really maxed out an engine on a car, like a super fast car, hitting over 500 kilometers per hour, and I couldn't beat 2.6, 0 to 60. So 0 to 200 kilometers, which is 120 miles an hour, in 4.8, and 0 to 300, which is I don't know what, in miles per hour. It's certainly over 200. 13 seconds. That's pretty good. Let's do one from the driver's seat. Of course, the wheel isn't moving because it's static as part of the dashboard. 2.7. See, look, it gets stopped there, and then suddenly it finds another gear. I don't know why that is. Oh, super pursuit mode. Oh, it was just about to hit 400. Yeah, it's almost as if it goes into super pursuit mode or something, or just pursuit mode, whatever it's called. Super pursuit came in the later series. No, I've never watched an episode, me, never. We'll have to get Bonnie to come and engineer this thing a little bit more. Make it hit the 400. Yeah, if it wasn't stalling at around 325 before it finally hits its pursuit mode, we could probably go on to 400, because I think it would have maybe just got there. I think so. I think it would have just just about got there. It's a sweet looking car. Even today, I mean, it's an 82 car, but even today it's a nice looking motor. It really is. By the way, in the UK when we say motor, I'm not just referring to the engine, I'm referring to the whole thing. Short for motor car. It's a nice motor. Right, so where are we going to take the Knight Industries? To the silly racetrack. I can't even remember what the record is. It's either 1 minute 10 or 1 minute 8 or something. 1 minute 10 I think it is. 1 minute 10 is the record. But if we can't keep the car on the road, it's pointless. The car did, when it came into the garage, it did have slicks on it. I've changed those to race tyres because KITT doesn't come with slicks. So, there you go. Oh, Jesus, it's quick. The acceleration is... Come on, KITT. You've got to impress Bonnie. You've got to impress Bonnie. Come on, Bonnie's watching, and she's a Bonnie lass. Oh, and what was the other girl called? The one that came... Was it before or after Bonnie? The technician. I love that they had the technicians for KITT were female. That was cool. .42 seconds by this corner. It's going to set an impressive time if I can get it round the corner and in a straight line. Come on. Oh God. I had to come off the power there. Oh, sugar lips. I had to come off the power in order to... it was going to set the record as well there. Yeah, I had to come off the power because it was about to go all over the place. But yeah, KITT was about to set the fastest time, no doubt. I don't know if I'll be able to get as good a run again. Impress Bonnie, impress Bonnie. It's not helping, KITT. This isn't helping. Okay, start again. I might have to do about 10 or 11 or 12 runs now just to emulate the first one. Because it always happens that way. The first one's good, but then you mess it up at the end and you can never replicate that run. Okay. This is what happens. You do it right the first time and then... Oh God, there's just no steering. I steered and literally nothing happened. Honestly, this limitation of only using a keyboard is one of the worst things in this game. It's bordering on unforgivable. Why have a racetrack, you know, with fast cars and then only provide keyboard play? Not even a game controller. This is crap. Let's go back to the garage a second. I'm going to see if I can fix this. It really is crap, and it's super annoying. Every time I go to the racetrack in this game, it annoys me. It really does. And I don't give a monkey's ass whether changing the sensitivity settings now and then, you know, going back into the racetrack. What I mean is, let's say I go to the steering sensitivity settings now and change those lower and it really helps. Let's pretend that happens. And then I set a really good time, which means that this car now has an advantage over everything else that came before it. I don't care. I don't care about advantage, disadvantage, none of that rubbish. Doesn't bother me. So let's drop this down. What the hell? Why are you going? Okay. So let's drop it down to 30. This is either going to make it a lot worse or just a little bit better. See, it says controller there, keyboard and mouse, but if I switch it to the game controller, which I tried once, none of the triggers or the buttons or anything worked in the menu here. I couldn't do anything. I did try it, it didn't work. It is documented on video, and I don't know what. Maybe you have to set it to game controller and then exit the game and go back in again. Perhaps you have to do that. I really don't know. See, this is going to make the steering less sensitive, but it means if I need to correct the car, it's going to be a lot harder to do it because the steering won't turn quick enough to let me correct the car. So there's an upside and there's a downside. Maybe I will need to correct it less if the steering sensitivity is down like this. We will have to see. See, it's still going to spin out, and once I get one spin out, there's no point playing anymore on that lap. We have to do it again. But you notice what I said about the first time you do it, it's fine, and then every time after that, you can't replicate it. Apart from the last corner, my very first lap in this car was spot on, and now I can't get a spot on lap again. It's a strange phenomenon, but it is a very strange phenomenon, but it does happen. You'll notice it in sim racing as well. You'll step in a car for the first time, do a great hot lap, and then maybe not the car. Let's say you do a brand new track that you've never been on before. You'll do a hot lap once you've got used to the track, and then you'll try and do another hot lap and another one, and you either can't beat your time or you keep going off, and you think, how come I didn't go off on the first hot lap, but now I am. It's a strange thing I have noticed. I know it sounds very weird, but it's a little bit tinfoil hat stuff, but it is true. You're seeing it here. I can't do another lap. Look, the car's all over the place. Why wasn't it doing it the very first time? Seriously, what's making it hit those curbs? It's so annoying. And it's not helping here either because of the head movement. Now, I kept my finger on the brake button when I should have been accelerating. It's very confusing inside the cockpit. I don't know why. Maybe I should just turn the video off and come back and just show you the time I did after so many attempts. But I may give up. I can't slow the car down, guys. Oh, all right, I'll be back. I think it's the best way. Right. So, I have a few things to say here. This lap took me half an hour. Okay? And I reached a point at the end on the last corner. Well, there's a certain point in the last corner which I have a waypoint. I call it a waypoint. Because that's the time in that part of the track that I actually look at the clock. And on the first lap, I was at 40 seconds when I got to that waypoint. This lap, I was 45 seconds. So the lap time up there is 5 seconds ish slower than it should have been. So this lap should have been a 103, but it's a 108. So what that means is that KITT does have the fastest lap around this track, 108. But I literally broke my balls trying to do this. This is now half an hour later. I tried to use the Xbox controller. I came out of the game, I went back in, it wouldn't recognize the controller. It had all of the press A to select, and that it only came up with A. It never had X or Y or B, just A. A for this, A for that, A for the other. There was A to select, but nothing to reject, or nothing to cancel, nothing. I couldn't use it at all. So then I had to reset it back to the keyboard, come out of the game, go back in the game again, try and set times. I messed around with sensitivities, couldn't manage that. What I ended up doing was rebinding the keys. So rather than WASD, because WASD means you're doing the steering and the braking and the accelerating with three fingers essentially on one hand. So I reset it to AZ, comma, and full stop, which means I can now accelerate and brake on one hand and steer on the other. That helped a little, and it got me the lap time, but the physics on this is ridiculous. It's either it steers too quick into the corner, and then when you try and straighten up to correct, it goes into the wall because it can't re-steer back again quick. It's not quick enough to re-steer. So this lap time will be the fastest lap around this track forever. I am now banning the racetrack from any future videos. I'm never coming back here again. It ain't worth it, because the lap times mean nothing, absolutely nothing. And it also means that in the workshop, I now have to rebind the keys back to WASD to walk around the workshop, because I can't walk around the workshop with AZ, comma, and period. It wouldn't be practical, or it just wouldn't work. So this is no good. So if you can't control a car around a track to get a meaningful lap in, and you have to do like what I did, which is maybe about 40 laps to try and do it, to try and set a time, it's not worth it. It means that all the times are essentially invalid. I mean, there's maybe been a car that's been along already that we've done that could beat this. Had it had a clean lap? We don't know. We'll never know now, because those builds are gone. So it's a complete, utter, useless pile of crap, basically. I'm going to screenshot that. And yeah, there's really no point in having the racetrack in these videos. So we'll just do the drag strip from now on, because anything else is just absolutely meaningless. It doesn't mean anything. The lap time doesn't mean anything at all. So there's no point, and I ain't going to break my balls doing this. So say goodbye to the racetrack. We're never going to see it again. I've got no desire to come back here. I do wish, there's a lot of things wrong with this game, like why couldn't they make the loading times faster? It's quite ridiculous, the loading times, I think. To go between each segment, like it couldn't keep it in memory, really, I don't know, I just feel it could be faster. So, let's get rid of this car. And we'll move on to the next one, whatever that's going to be. I've got a few in the garage, as you know, in the car park, not the garage, car park, as you know, but I haven't decided yet. So we'll leave it as a surprise. Yeah, building my way back up to $15 million, hopefully, and beyond. I want to be well beyond that by the end of all these cars. So maybe I'll pick an expensive car and do that. Whatever I think I'm going to get a good load of money for. And I might even do a couple without videoing them, just to get them out the way. I don't know. But anyway, that's that. That's KITT all done and dusted. Gone back to Night Industries. And yeah, that's it. So I will catch you on the next one, whatever that's going to be. Until then, take care and stay safe. Bye for now.